What is happening, foodies?
Hello.
How are you guys doing? Welcome aboard. We've got a wonderful show for you today. We are at El Meson in the village. Katie Stone with me, as always. Foodies and Friends on Wednesday. Katie, our very special guest. Introduce this gentleman.
You guys know this guy. This is Houston institution, Pedro Garcia. We are at, of course, El Meson in Rice Village, right here on University Boulevard. Been here forever. Kind of the kind of place that you cannot miss if you're in Houston, in my opinion, right? And we're going to take a look at some of Pedro's incredible dishes that have helped him claim his spot here in Houston as one of the mainstays. And also you're going to show us some new dishes, and we're going to talk about the upcoming Eat Drink HTS.
Yes.
So welcome.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Oh my God. I tell you, I look, that's a lovely introduction. Thank you so much. And those accolades, they don't come easy. They come at the grace of so many people that enter through that front door and come in here and discover us and become friends with us. And when I see customers say, "Hey, Joe, how you doing?" and they come together, that warms my heart.
Yep.
And when they say hello to me and I say hello to them, also it warms my heart. I love saying hello to people. My granddaughter just discovered that. She just walks up to people and says, "What's your name?" Yeah, I'm telling you, this kid's she's gonna
She has
inherit
charisma.
this.
She has the charisma.
Emma,
She has
5
the
years
family
old.
charisma.
She's it's what I've been waiting for.
I love it. I think that's fantastic. Well, and guys, again, like Katie said, legendary spot here in Houston, 1981.
81, yeah,
Wow.
42 years this spring. We're gonna drink right away.
Let's drink right away. I
Let's
think
just
that's
not
a
even
perfect
play around
idea.
with
Pedro's
this.
going to pour. We've got an item up here on our foodie cam that I've actually just have been eating for the past few minutes.
You just started to
because
graze. That's fine.
haven't
That's what
been
you're
able
supposed to do. If we were in Spain, that's what would be
pass
happening.
it up. What are we looking at here?
Oh my God, look at this. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Push that in the camera.
Okay.
Put that in the camera.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Well, that one's bubbling. Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, you got
That
jamón
way.
ibérico, manchego cheese. This sausage is ibérico, and these are hazelnuts that are roasted. These are olives, mixed olives, and also we have the tortilla española.
Oh my goodness.
This fabulous tortilla española.
Good
This is
Lord.
the tortilla española.
Yes, it is.
So I saw
Yes, it
this
is.
yesterday morning. You guys had a little fun on Fox 26's morning show.
We did.
I saw the tortilla española. Ruben knew that was one of my favorite dishes.
Oh,
too,
absolutely.
didn't you? Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, it was spectacular. And I took a big chunk out of it myself.
Yeah, you did. You took a big bite. I grew up eating that, so it made me so happy to see it. So for folks that don't know, and I know we talked about it a lot on the morning show yesterday, but so your father, Spaniard,
Pops.
your mother from Cuba.
Yeah.
So the restaurant features dishes from both countries.
Yeah, it does. Because we came here from New York. That's where I grew up. And I didn't know an enchilada from a guacamole.
Right.
And my father, he loved food from all over. We had a restaurant in Manhattan called Los Parados.
Los Parados.
Los Parados in Spanish means the standing ones. Nikki, let's do a do-over on this. Have Omar do it over. And then it means the unemployed.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was a really interesting place. It was a shotgun affair, a counter with bar stools attached to the floor, right out of the 1940s. And we would work there from 6 a.m. till 2 a.m.
Wow.
And there we had all the Spanish. Every day you had a different soup. La fabada, el caldo gallego, lentejas, chícharo. Every day was like a different soup. And every day we had a different menu. And I was a sandwich guy. I did this Cuban sandwiches in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had a blast there. But that's as I grew up as a short order cook as a teenager. This is the red snapper ceviche.
Oh wow.
This is a very simple,
Foodie
On the
cam.
foodie cam.
a simple affair. The avocados, which everybody loves. You have to have avocados in
course.
Texas. I mean,
Avocado.
my God.
Who doesn't love it?
And you can look on there. That's red snapper, fresh. 3 hours is enough to marinate this in orange and lemon, lime, a little bit of pineapple, some serrano pepper. You got some onions, and you got a little bit of spices in there, and there it is, and olive oil. That's what the marinade is. It said 3 hours, and it's ready to go. It's like sashimi. You put wasabi on it and just fire up the taste buds. And have this with the Albarino wine. This is the Spanish white wine that's most popular. The Alvarinho comes from the northwest of Spain, Galicia, and it has a lot of like green apple flavors, and it goes great with shellfish. The malic acid, which comes out of green apples, is in this wine,
I can taste it.
and that's what goes with shellfish the best.
No, I did avocado with it together,
Yes,
right?
yes,
It was
right, 'cause
good.
you get- it's a
Mhm.
texture thing.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Avocado is such a wonderful and friendly texture to go with other foods.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you think about that ham?
The ham is fantastic.
Yeah,
This
have
is
you tasted
amazing.
the ham?
It's amazing.
No, I haven't gotten to that
Oh
yet.
my
I want
God.
Ruben to taste the.
Yeah. Ruben, you got to taste
I
this.
will, believe me. Don't worry about me.
I got it.
Now, the food that is on your menu,
Yeah.
Pedro,
Yeah.
is it from a particular region of Spain,
No,
or it's all over Spain?
all over. So in the Cuban cuisine, and I hold back on calling it a cuisine because really it's Cuban cooking.
Yeah.
It's Cuban tradition, and the white rice and the black beans and the sweet plantains is the what do you call that?
I mean, that's the staple. That's the
staples.
bedrock.
Yes. But all the Spanish cuisines, the regional cuisines, and as well as the ones that are just pan Spanish, you see in Cuba all the time. And here we have the gambas al ajillo, which is
Right,
ubiquitous.
foodie
Oh my
Cam.
God, that's so good.
Yeah, this you find in most places, in every bar
Mhm.
in Madrid. You will come across this because remember, Spain is surrounded by water on all fronts. So here it comes out with the olive oil sizzling in the clay pot. And in Spain, you'll find the shrimp smaller.
Right.
But here, because this is Texas, and Texans won't stand for anything less than jumbo shrimp.
Right.
And so that's where that's. So that's what that is. Now in Cuba, you'll find this dish also.
Right.
In Cuba, you'll find all the Spanish cuisines. And so Cuba and Spain are tied together at the hip. To this day, you'll talk to Spaniards and they go, "Oh my God, how did we lose Cuba?
That's right.
It should have been an integral part of Spain, the way Guadeloupe is to France."
That's why we had a Spanish-American war.
Yeah, it was, but as history shows, it's different. So, okay, whatever. Anyway, you get the sweetness.
Garlic.
It's good,
Yeah,
right?
you got garlic,
Oh.
olive oil, a little bit of
Jimmy,
paprika,
Can I
a
get
little bit
piece
of the
bread?
red pepper,
Love it.
but the sweetness of the shrimp really comes out.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we have bread here that also we have this.
Give it a
Great
You
baguette.
want to dunk it in a little bit of that
Mhm.
sauce there, Katie.
Mhm.
That's what you want to
We're
do.
going to gain 15 pounds.
Oh
my God.
gosh, this bread, I can see the butter.
That's fantastic.
So some of the paella, for example, which we'll get to a little later, is from Valencia naturally, but now it's adopted by all throughout Spain. That's where the rice growing region in Spain is.
Swap those out, Katie. Oh my goodness.
Now-
Come here, my darling.
This dish is more from the northwest or the north coast because it's cold waters and that's the octopus, and this octopus does come from these waters.
Octopus on
Yeah.
the foodie cam.
Yeah, and you'll
Beautiful.
find octopus all around Spain, in
Mhm.
Morocco,
Oh yeah.
in Portugal, in Spain. All these waters have great octopus. Now, what we do with this octopus is we braise it slowly in the oven at a low temperature for hours, and it comes out really tender. We put herbs and spices in there, and get the flavor component right, and then we bring it out and we saute it with peppers and olive oil and garlic. And this is also al ajillo. So
Al ajillo?
Yeah. That means a la garlic.
Mm-hmm.
A la garlic.
Yes, ma'am. That's all the good stuff you want right there.
Mm-hmm. Are you a big octopus consumer, Ruben?
Mhm.
You are. I am not.
I love it.
Yeah. I am not.
This is very tender. Very tender.
But we have another
You,
incredible
you,
dish on the way. Oh my goodness. What is
Sir?
this?
This octopus is just perfecto. And I
Everything in your
understand
restaurant's
they're very
perfecto.
smart people, but cows are smart too. So
What did Anthony Bourdain say? If chickens were 6 feet tall, they'd been eating us.
yes, well, there was a time. This is the patatas bravas.
Oh man.
Foodie cam.
Now this is the brave potatoes. All these items, by the way, are on our menu. Now this is the brave potato. That's some creme fraiche on top there, which I like it because it's a little bit of sour and it goes great with the sweet, spicy of the pepper sauce. Now there's no tomato in this at all. It's strictly peppers.
No.
And that's something people get confused. They go, "Oh, you're in tomato, you see it everything." But no, there's no tomato flavor, no tomato sauce.
What kind of peppers are we using there?
Piquillo peppers.
Piquillo.
Yeah, because this is it's definitely a little orange tint.
Yeah.
It looks delicious.
So is it spicy?
Mildly so.
Yeah.
Mildly so. And then, of course, the paprika that we use is Pimentón de la Vera. It has its own denomination of origin in Spain, and it's like a wine.
Right.
Think of it that way.
Right.
And so this paprika is exceptional. It has a smoky quality, and that's what you get here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a very, you know, for the Spaniards, this is spicy, but
Really
for
good.
us, it's not.
No,
It's
really
mild.
good.
It's
Yeah.
mild. Yeah.
I'm just
And we hit it with we kick it up with a touch of cayenne.
Yeah, I can taste
You know,
it. Yeah.
I mean, you know, because you know, in cayenne, you know, I love cayenne. You know, just a
Me
dash
too.
here, a little. It's a perfect accent in the background. And when I do heat, I like layers. You don't just do one heat.
Nope.
You when you do heat, you got to bring in 3 different approaches, and you know, and you layer them in. Some hit in the back of the throat, some come on build, and so it gives you complexity. And that's what you want to do with heat.
when I learned, and even when I didn't really know that I was learning how to cook, because I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. My parents worked, you know, and when she, you know, you had to start dinner at a certain time of the day, whatever, and whatever was going in la cazuela, you know, whatever was going in the pot, you seasoned as you go. You know, you build the flavors as you go. It
It's
wasn't,
true. I
you know,
like that. Yes.
so
yes,
like,
yes.
and then when I
Yeah.
started cooking,
Yeah.
and I would call her for recipes,
Yeah.
you know, to say, hey, what was in that?
I like that,
And
yeah.
you know, it's a pinch of this, un poquito de esto. This, you know,
Ruben.
there's no set recipe, you
No.
know.
Try that.
Well, you know,
But you season as
it's
you
a
go.
little bit like dressing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're not going to wear polka dots with stripes.
No.
And you're not going to choose colors that
Oh,
clash.
Jim, did you get a chance to
Yes.
take a picture? Okay, got it. Yeah.
Ruben, please pass me that basket
Yes,
over
sir. Coming to you.
there. Okay,
Oh,
okay. Now,
what do
this,
you have?
no, this is an excellent wine here.
It's a great story.
Is this what I'm
We're-
drinking right now?
No,
Or no? Okay.
You're drinking with the Albarino that I
Okay.
mentioned earlier,
Got
this lovely white wine, but now we're going to go to the red. We're going to go to the dark side.
This is the
That's how
best.
you do it.
Oh
You
my
drink the
God.
lighter wines in the day, and you can move up, and then now we got the piquillo peppers coming up. Now the piquillo peppers, the sauce that you had just a moment ago,
Yep.
is made from that. But now we have the peppers themselves stuffed with lamb, raisins, and pine nuts, and another version stuffed with a bechamel with codfish.
Oh, baby.
Mm,
Yeah.
These look incredible.
Oh, my darling.
So there,
Sweet mystery of
yeah,
life.
Nikki, we need to change out of plates. I think
Oh
these
my
people
God.
are
Sure.
they're little
Right.
plates.
I'm making a mess, Nikki. I apologize.
Yeah.
So, and I learned this because yesterday, one of the wonderful things, and guys, if you come to Meson and you're lucky enough that, you know, Pedro has a couple of minutes to sit and chat with you, it's a history lesson. You're going to learn.
Oh my God!
You're going to learn.
I have to
things.
hold back. I have
The
to hold
man
back.
has stories.
No, I have
Let
to
me
hold
just say
back.
that
You
they're
know,
wonderful.
no,
They're
I'm
all
very conscious of people's privacy and their sense of time. You know, but and then sometimes I'm not here, and then they go, "You weren't there." I go,
Right.
"Oh my God!"
Well, now
I
you
had
have to come back.
But no, but I love talking to people. I do, and I can go on and on. Just the other
But
day,
you told me the story of this wine,
yeah,
which I did not
it's
know. It
kinda
was
fun.
fascinating.
Yeah. This wine was mentioned in the novel written by Ernest Hemingway. The Sun Also Rises. You know, and towards the end of the novel, the character comes to this little restaurant in Madrid, which, by the way, is the oldest running restaurant in the world.
Yes.
And since 1754, El Botín. And basically, he orders this wine, La Rioja Alta Gran Reserva, and I forget which vintage it was. It was probably this wine. This
So it would've been
wine was
the
started
50s,
in
right?
1904,
Yeah.
Mm.
and that novel was written in the 22. So
Was it
this
really. Yeah,
so
I
this
guess
this
so.
may have been a 1914 vintage or something like that, you know. And he orders it, and with the suckling pig. But this wine is exceptional. What suckling pig?
So happy.
Ruben
Did I
is very
mention that?
excited right
So
now about what
happy.
you're
Yeah,
doing
I am so
Yeah, let's
happy.
with these
This-
tools.
taste those piquillos.
All right, we're gonna taste.
Jimmy. After you get done, make sure you have a little piece of this.
Taste.
Taste.
I'm gonna have a big piece.
Taste
Ruben,
that,
big
Jimmy.
piece.
Oh
Eat
my
it
God.
all. Eat it all.
Jimmy, Jim,
And this-
Sweeper.
Jim
Ruben,
providing all the
there you
wonderful
go.
photographs
Take
that you
that
guys
off your
see
hand.
online, right, Katie?
Oh yeah.
You'll see Katie posting, and if you guys hopefully are following us on both of the.
Okay, I'm just winging this one.
What,
here.
There you are.
What's the difference
But you're
between
in a good way.
the one we just saw, Pedro, and this one that's on the foodie cam right now?
Well, that's the lamb one.
Okay,
The
that's
previous
lamb.
one was the codfish.
Codfish. Got it.
Right.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
No. La Rioja. See what that was.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I This is a very special day, you guys.
Yes.
We're opening a very special
Yeah.
Oh
bottle.
my god.
What is the outside? What is the outside of what I'm cutting into? The red.
That is the pepper
That's the
itself.
pepper.
This
Yeah.
is the pepper.
Yes.
Okay.
This is fantastic,
Yeah.
Pedro.
And then you have the codfish
This
Yep.
is
filling.
this is nuts.
And then
Nice and delicate.
yeah,
And a lot of
it's-
people. I have friends in I don't know, and I feel like Houstonians.
Mhm.
There have always been people here that really enjoyed the food scene here, the culinary scene. They knew about all the hidden treasures that we had, but a lot of people who are still kind of coming to it. You know,
Mhm, mhm.
your mom. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the Cleverly Show did so much
Yeah.
on those every Saturday morning to educate
Sure.
and kind of like discover these little gems. But
Yeah.
I find that whenever you tell people, "Oh, it's peppers," they immediately think it's super hot.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
I
not
think
the
a-
case. This
I
is
think-
such a mild,
Yeah.
really just. Oh, the foodie cam is busy.
Yeah,
today.
right, because
A
we're
lot of
so
people don't
yeah,
realize
pepper's
it.
hot. Boom. Yeah,
exactly.
no,
Don't
this
realize
is
there's
very
a
mild.
range.
And
Very subtle.
Flavor,
Yeah, subtle.
it's just incredible.
But it's
Yeah.
not green. It's not a green, like bell pepper flavor. No, this is
That red pepper was incredible. Yeah, really
It's a
incredible.
different flavor entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Armando, platicos, por favor. Hey,
What are
this
we taking a look at on our
is
foodie
filet.
cam next?
now here, what we do here, we offer a beautiful beef tenderloin,
Mhm.
center cut, 6 or 8 or 10 ounces. But this here is what we do. We take medallion slices off
I'll pass it on.
the tenderloin, and we cook it in a sherry sauce that we make here. And here it's prepared with mashed potatoes, into which we put some herbs and some goat cheese and spinach. And the spinach, we like to put it with raisins and pine nuts. I think
Okay.
the raisins, the sweetness of them, takes away, ameliorates the bitterness of the spinach. And it's sautéed in olive oil.
Right.
And the nuts give it a nutty flavor. So so the spinach now can be a player in the red wine, because if you have spinach alone, it'll squash the fruitiness in a red wine. So that's where it's mitigating that. But take a moment
Ready
here.
to take a bite of this?
You'll get in there, yeah.
Get in
And
here.
and it's cut in medallions, so it's a shareable plate.
Yep.
A lot of entrees here can be shared, and people don't realize that.
Order a couple
know.
of different things and go to town.
I'm going to show you about the paella, how you can turn that into a tapas affair, because
Okay.
you order the paella. Let's say you're 6 people in your party. You order a paella for 2, but then you order other
Here's
tapas, and now
Ruben.
you're talking about
This is
having
family style.
Yeah,
We're just trading back
exactly.
and forth today.
Aha,
This
la
is it,
familia.
okay? This is
That's
this,
exactly what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah. Go
about.
watch another
Yes, everybody,
show if you
family
want
style.
fancy, if you want fancy.
Bring it together.
If you want-
Don't eat alone. By golly, that's what I always said. No, this is the way it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
And we have to get away from filling our stomachs like we fill the car with gas.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, eating is a ritual. It's a
Yes.
celebration of life. We
Absolutely.
should do so all the time. And
Absolutely.
when you taste this wine, you'll know what I mean.
Sir, I salute.
Oh, smell that! Oh my
Mhm.
God,
That's delicious. That's incredible.
Very good.
Katie, smell
Mhm.
that.
So
Mhm.
it's incredible.
Oh,
Come on, Katie.
Smell the wine.
mhm, mhm.
Get in there.
Mm,
Get the leather.
mhm, mhm.
All that good stuff.
That's really good.
So, guys, we're talking about wine. Pedro, you guys have been recognized as having one of the top.
Yes.
So talk about that.
Jim,
one of
come
the,
over here.
one of
Bring
the
me that
top
glass. Yes,
selections
Jim.
of Spanish wine in the country.
Yes, we are up there. Wine Spectator has since 19.
It's okay.
That shows how old I am.
1981. So you were going way back.
Since the year 2015, we've been recognized as the Best of Award of Excellence. That's the second tier, and we're not the first tier, because for crying out loud, we're just a little itty bitty guy, small business. But I'll tell you, to be given that accolade by Wine Spectator is no small feat. They look for depth in their collection. I have a wine cellar, so we do have depth. They look for an intelligent way to offer the wine selection to their customers. They look for a breadth as well, a wide selection of different kinds of wines. And so, we've accomplished those things, and we've earned that accolade. And very few restaurants in this country understand wine, and very few than that understand Spanish wine. because this country's in the United States, it's always been about French and Italian wine.
Right.
Because of World War II. And Spain was not on the radar scope. In the 50s, you had Frank Sinatra.
Right.
You had Maurice Duchamp, Yves Montand, all these, the French and the GIs came back and they went out to dinner and they said, "Hey, look at that. We got a Chianti. Hey, Joe, you remember that time we were in Salerno?"
Yeah.
Bang, boom.
Takes
Hey,
them back.
you remember that time we were in Burgundy? We had that Burgundy wine,
Yeah.
which is why California caught on to it and they started calling California Chablis, California Burgundy, California Chianti, California
Branding.
Champagne. Right. So the French are like livid and they want those names back.
Yeah.
So yeah, naturally so. But that's how we got the wine industry cranking up in the 50s after Prohibition. Prohibition devastated the wine industry in the United States.
That makes sense.
So the
I never thought of
1960s
that.
come
That
around, you
makes
got the
total-
Rat Pack, you got all of Bridget Bardot, you got culture. Wine is about culture.
Right.
And food is about culture.
Right.
So, an American family goes out to dine. It's a French restaurant or Italian restaurant.
Yes.
The Spanish was coming along slowly, because they were isolated after the war.
Yeah.
And then
They didn't have the marketing
in the
department that France and
exactly,
Italy
exactly. Then in the 1980s, you got Antonio Banderas, you got
Right.
Penelope Cruz,
Sure.
you got all these other characters, and bam, the
had.
82
The Spanish
vintage.
invasion.
The 82 vintage
Yeah.
put Spanish wine on the map
Yeah.
with Robert Parker recognizing Pesquera and Ribera del Duero and other wines. I mean, so it just rolled in from there.
Again, the knowledge you get here, which I love. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing.
And now in the 21st century, the internet just blew it all open. Now everybody knows everything about everybody
Right.
and everything. That's how it
Yes,
works.
that's fantastic.
That's the
man.
internet for you.
Katie, what do you think about that wine? You haven't said anything.
No, I'm just
Are you
I'm in
loving
such
it?
awe and I'm loving it. And
Yeah, Pedro will put you in a trance.
I
He'll just
love
start talking,
how,
and you're like,
no, you know what? And I love how it's the right
I
temperature.
wish that were true.
I'm
My
just-
wife would do as I say.
I love
it
how,
doesn't work on everyone.
No, I just
It's a very limited throw.
My daughter, not all.
Hey, we haven't talked about this
I
spectacular.
know.
fun,
and
that's
I've been
fun.
waiting
Oh
to dip some bread in this.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You got
Look at
lemon, garlic, butter, and parsley. And what we have here is black cod, aka sable, and then we often get medlusa. So you got to be on the lookout for medlusa.
Yeah.
Medlusa comes in, in a moment. There, they got it on an airplane. They're sending text messages out. My food distributor's going, okay, we'll take this many in Houston, and he's selling it. And before it lands on the ground, it's sold.
Right.
And hell, the fish is taxiing me off the runway. Yeah, texting me. So anyway, the bottom line is we're going to get it next week.
Nice.
Got it.
It's
Well, that
intermittent.
looks spectacular.
But we also have European sea bass that we do this.
We're going to speed it up and do a swap here, guys, because
Yeah.
we want to make sure all the
We have
dishes get
salmon, we have red snapper, and all this stuff. Here we have lamb chops, and I like the Australian lamb chops.
Ooh,
That's my favorite. And this is a good go-to entree
Okay, yeah.
for a
I
wine
wanna
like
try
this.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, definitely try this.
Yes, definitely. wanna
But
try
the
that.
line chops, we do a sauce.
The paella. Hang on a second. We'll get there in a second.
Oh yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah, and the paella is big. We're gonna have to move stuff.
We'll clear some stuff out of the
Yeah,
way.
We
yeah.
have time. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of time.
We're gonna move stuff.
I'm using my fingers. I apologize.
Because I told them I go bring a big paella. Don't worry about it. It's
Sorry.
okay. It's all good. It's all good.
That cod is spectacular. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, that's sable. Black cod. It's from the North Atlantic. It's cold water. Cold water really gives you a great fish.
And for folks, again, that don't know, I mean, you will find cod all over
Yeah,
Spain,
there's
and
like-
all
yeah.
over.
There are 120 different varieties of cod. Let me tell you, in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fishes like that,
Mhm.
and they have different names for different places.
Mhm.
So remember, fish do not have passports; they travel wherever they want.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you get Chilean sea bass. It's just Chile has a big coastline, and they
Sure.
market it that way.
So if there's 128 different kinds, they probably taste different too, right?
It's such a you're splitting hairs at this point.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
know,
that's
I
good, yeah.
mean, if you're a zoologist or whatever it is that people that study fish, yeah, they say that there are 100 and some. But for us, cod is cod, right? But some cod tastes like snapper. Snapper from the Pacific is nothing like the snapper from the
Right.
Gulf.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, our snappers, we have really good snapper.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do not underestimate the power of the red snapper from the Gulf. I love it.
This might seem like a crazy question, but
Oh,
how do you get that garlic like perfect?
Yeah.
right?
'Cause
Well,
that is
okay.
just
You cut it
that is
thin.
heavenly, man.
You cut it
That
thin.
is so good.
And you're there, you're cooking it, don't walk away. And you got butter.
Don't walk away.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
walk
it.
away, Ruben.
That's the number one thing
Yeah,
that
you
people
blink
do.
and butter.
They put something on the stove and they walk away. No.
Stay with it.
You got to be there, and even if you don't see a change is happening. You know, somebody was telling
Here's
me
where it's going to get tricky.
where you get your vegetables.
Take that.
Well, the vegetables are best when the color is most vibrant.
Mhm.
That's when you take it. That's it. It's done. And so that's what you want to look for. Look at that. Look at the color on that. Right? So
That's beautiful.
I'm just pointing to those asparagus and those carrots.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant orange,
Vibrant.
a vibrant green.
But same holds true with other vegetables too,
Yes.
right? So like for potatoes,
Exactly.
you should go for like
Yeah.
a purple potato versus a white or a yellow potato.
Oh well, you know that's a matter of taste, but yeah, that'd be fun.
They're
yeah.
more
Yeah.
nutritious.
Well,
At least I've
She
read
says-
it on
Yeah.
online. in
I'll
an
go with
article.
it. Shoot, man, you go down to Peru and you got a million kinds of potatoes. That's where potatoes come from.
Oh.
Yeah, wherever things come from, there's a more variety of them there.
Sure.
So apples in the Ukraine, there's all kinds of apples
Mhm.
because that's where they come from.
Mhm.
And if you look at the DNA, that's how you know this.
Right?
Because you know it's been there longer than most places.
How's that piece of meat, Ruben?
The lamb, right?
Or lamb?
Fantastic.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we get
That
that from
made me very
Australia,
happy.
by the way. That's Australian lamb. It's like a 3-ounce lamb chop, a 3x3. You get 9 ounces on your plate. I like that.
Don't
That's nice.
even
Are we going to try to land the paella? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
look at what's about to happen, you guys.
Yeah, we pass it through
Oh
Ruben. Ruben, you
my
handle it. Give it to me.
gosh.
Oh, hang on.
No, yeah.
Now this
All
is
right.
on your menu year round,
Right here.
right?
Yeah,
This is just
yeah,
always
that's
on your
not- I got
menu.
it, I got it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I got it.
This is
Great job.
one of the
Thank you.
Look at this.
signatures here at El Meson.
Look at it.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Ain't coming in. Oh, you.
No, adjust the foodie cam. Oh my goodness. We may have to.
That might
Well,
be,
you know,
that
I-
might be the greatest
you
thing
know,
ever on Foodie
My
Camp.
boy's telling me, he goes, well, how do you want it? How big you want it? I go, I want it really big.
Yeah.
And just to mess with you guys, all right?
That is
Ah,
fantastic.
look at that. And look at that smell.
Wow.
Can you see it?
Yeah. No, I
adjust
can
the
see it. It's
foodie
fantastic.
cam.
No, I'm forget it.
There is the
This is
paella.
fantastic.
This is a huge amount of food.
And you will find different
This is
different
for
kind
eight, by
of
the
different
way.
kind of paella in
Yeah.
different parts of Spain.
Yes. Well, no. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of paellas. There's rice dishes, all kinds. You get a rice dish just with peppers. You get a rice dish
huge.
that's all garden
Thank you.
items. You get a rice dish that's all seafood. You can get all kinds of things. And arroz al banda, they'll make it with an aioli on the side.
Now, is there a
Yes, sir.
a significance to when paella is cooked? Was it usually done like on a certain day or for a certain occasion or?
Well, an old story goes like this. The workers in the rice fields down in Valencia, Murcia, and La Mancha, that area around there in the southeast, they'd go to work and they country laborers, and they'd take a fistful of rice from the previous, from their, and they contribute it as they walk in the door in the morning. So then, you get a big bunch of rice. Everybody has put their fistful in. So that's their lunch ticket. And the kids go out in the morning and they hunt a couple of rabbits, and they get rabbits and they get the meat out of that. They hunt for snails. They get some snails and some green beans, get contributed. And by midday, they have a big paella pan on the floor over a fire. And there's cooking with the rice, with the other things. And there's some guys involved in that. And they cooking all these things. And that's the paella. Rabbit, green beans, snails, and rice and saffron.
Rabbit.
That sounds amazing.
That's the original traditional paella. Now I've done that, and we don't get the rice snails. The helix snails from Borgonia. No, that doesn't. We don't get the rice snails. The closest snails are from Spain are periwinkles, little snails. Periwinkles are good. They're tasty. You can eat them like that, like a tapas item. But then the rabbit, of course, it's like chicken. It's richer. I like it better. Then you have your green beans. It's the English green beans, the
Right.
big broad bean. The
Right,
broad
right.
bean is what they use.
This is incredible.
And this has prawns. It has. We get these prawns from California, from the West
They're
Coast.
huge.
Yeah.
They're,
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
pretty.
think I've seen
And-
ones that are this large.
And
before.
I've been asked how you eat this, and I tell people how to eat it. And this one lady, I told you just a couple of weeks ago, and she followed my instructions perfectly. I go, "You're a champ. You're a
You're gonna
champ."
have to demo one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah. Demo that. Here, put it over here on this one.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the demoer in this
No, you're not.
Give me
equation.
a fork. I need a fork and a knife. There you go. I gave you a knife. All
The
right.
demo.
All right.
Ruben's going to be demoing.
All right.
Or, oh, no.
Go ahead.
Pedro's going to be doing it.
We're going to get the camera on this?
I don't know
Not
if
sure
we
if
can.
we can.
All right. Don't worry about it.
So anyway, you want to?
Well, okay. You insert the fork at the neck, and you take the knife and you cut
Kind of cutting
into
like
the
right
neck.
here.
Then you take the fork and you
Right
stick it
here.
inside its rib cage there. This
Okay.
jacket. You got a jacket. You want to remove the shell, right?
Yeah.
So you stick the knife down the shell. Yeah, it's harder to explain than to show.
Right.
But there you go. You're exposing the meat inside the tail. And you stab the
Kinda.
meat, kind of bring it out.
Yeah.
See, and you can pull it out right there. There we go.
These
Look
guys
at
are
that.
huge.
Oh my gosh.
And then now this is really sweet. Now you know what I like to do? I like to when I get some of the red prawns from the Mediterranean.
Mhm.
Oh my God, they're delicious. The red prawns are just beautiful. Langostinos.
Yeah.
There's so many things to do paellas with. People can call me. They make I want a special paella, and I go get the ingredients. I want a lobster paella. I go get lobsters. I like getting lobsters. Live caught lobsters. I don't like frozen. I don't use frozen.
Mhm.
Don't like that. But the claws are great in this. You can use your imagination. We do a paella with cuttlefish egg, a black paella
Oh man,
with seafood.
I
Scallops.
love that.
Yeah, because the cuttlefish ink has a delectable flavor.
It just tastes like the ocean.
Yeah,
It just
We do a land paella. I do a paella with lamb chops on top.
give me one of those, Katie. I'm
And-
gonna,
and
I'm gonna
chicken
try to-
and
the big
pork.
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I've
try to
done
go in.
paella with duck
That's
and
what
truffle.
you're-
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that had to be crazy good.
yeah. We've had that on the menu. It's not on the menu these days, but we've had it on the menu. I did a paella once for 325 people
Woo!
with foie gras on top.
Oh my god.
And let me tell you, that was a tricky
want
feat
one,
of
Jim?
timing.
You want to try one?
All right, here we go. I'm trying
Yeah,
to,
so
I'm trying to
there
get
you
creative here.
So, yeah, you
So,
can all these things.
We're coming up on the holiday, so
Yeah.
um, folks that are maybe they're trying to do a little something special, a holiday dinner. It's I'm assuming reservations always recommended.
Well, actually, no.
No,
We're closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
well, I meant leading up to the holidays.
Yeah,
Leading up to
December.
holidays, yeah, call in for a reservation.
You guys still have openings available because I know there are some people out there that are looking for some last minute,
Yeah.
group
Bring
parties
it, bring
and
We do.
dinner dates and stuff.
We do.
And
Amazon is a great day place, I gotta say. I've seen people come in here,
it
couples,
is.
Mhm.
and it's
Well, it's
because-
a beautiful restaurant anyway.
we're all kind of old school in that, you really do feel like you're in a unique place. And when you're on a date, you want things to be unique,
Mhm,
very special.
mhm.
Um,
So you're saying that your guys kind of help things along here in the
Well,
in the
Creating the ambiance.
environmental department.
well,
Creating the
if I see a
ambiance.
couple and, I go, hey, pay attention, like that's, the VIP, I
Mm,
mein, I look at the floor.
Yeah.
And
No, that's
everybody has
great. I
special
mean,
needs. I mean, like
yeah.
senior citizens come in, and I give them my charm. I there's something about that because
well, it's so special for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I would like my parents to be treated this way.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're not around anymore, but that's why I love people older than me.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as I get older, there's fewer of them.
Sure.
Fewer.
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I love people,
Scales
I
are
like
tipping.
children. If they behave well, I really get that.
Yeah.
I like that, I love it,
Well, and speaking of parents, you were, of course, great friends with my mom,
Yeah.
Cleverly. I know
Yeah.
that you guys had a lot of fun together. I remember for years and years. I mean, I remember coming here with her, just in
She's
the off
cool.
season,
Uh-huh.
just coming here and dining.
I remember having lunch with your mom.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a blast. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Well, again, guys, 1981. That's when they opened up. Still going strong right here in Rice
Yeah.
Village. If you've never been, this is definitely one that you want to mark down. Make the trip. Get
Sure.
here.
Great memories.
Yeah. No. For
Yeah,
sure, great
salute.
memories. And of course,
Here's to your mom.
thank you. Yes. Cheers. Cheers to mom.
Before we
And
go,
before we go,
Eat Drink HTX is coming up.
Yes, in the spirit of talking about mom, of course, Meson has been a very long participant and supporter of Houston Restaurant Weeks and the Houston Food Bank, and of course, my mother. And so we thank you so much as we're coming up on the 20th anniversary of HRW next year. But
Incredible.
before that, right now we're in Eat Drink HTX full steam ahead.
This
which-
springtime, we're gonna bring it. That's right.
It's going to be fun.
runs
It's gonna be a
February
blast.
15th through the 28th, and that is the 2-week casual dining sister event to Houston Restaurant Weeks. It is 2 courses, lower price points, lower donation, and it's meant to kind of help the casual dining restaurants get involved during a traditionally slow time of the year. And we're so excited that El Meson is
Yeah,
going to participate.
I'm happy to.
Absolutely.
Yay.
You know, what we do here in Houston is wonderful. I think we're a great philanthropic city.
People step up in this town, that's for
Yes,
sure.
They
So,
do.
Pedro, we're gonna cut it short. We're
Right
running
on.
low on time, but it's been it's such an enjoyable. It could be 3 minutes, 30 minutes. It's
Man,
always wonderful to spend
time
time with
flew.
you.
I mean,
you know,
I guarantee you, we're going to be sitting here for the next half an hour.
We're gonna eat. No, we're eating. No.
all right, guys. So you know the drill. We'll join you. Be sure you check out El Meson, and if maybe you've been here, you haven't been here in a long time, it's time to make a return and come on and support your local businesses. Is over. This is definitely one of those like iconic gems of our food scene. So make sure you give them. You come on out. There they are at El Meson, Houston. You know what to do with the socials. We're out of here. Salute. We'll see you next time.
See you
Katie,
Wednesday,
raise a glass.
guys.
Raise
Oh,
a
yeah.
glass, Katie. Raise a glass.